So first thing I'm going to do is establish my eye level. This eye level is something that I look for on the space that I'm looking at. In this case, I'm using a photo reference, and I will be doing a 2-point perspective. So I'm looking for a space that has the corner of the room, which is the thing that is being described. So I see more on this side of the room, a little less on this side, so I might shift it over a tiny bit. So the smaller I make this back wall, the more space I have on the floor. The higher I put that eye level, the more space I have on the floor. The lower I put the eye level on the page, the less space I have. The more space I have on top, less space on the bottom. So in this case, I have a lot of space happening on the floor. So I'm gonna find where my eye level is on this drawing and what that is relative to the floor. So there's a little bit more above the eye level than there is below. So my eye level is going to be something like that. I'm going to keep everything very sketchy so that I can easily change things around. And then this is going to taper. Vanishing point will be something over here. Vanishing point for this, somewhere over there. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it as far out as possible just to give me good angle. That might be a little steep, so maybe my eye level is more like there. So I'm going to make the space a little smaller. And that's the back wall of the room. I'm going to go up here, somewhere there. I'm just guessing right now to see if I like the way that this is going to look. I can make adjustments if I just keep things relatively simple. Alright, so I think that looks good. It's going to give me a nice space. Window's going to be around here, slightly lower than the eye level. This is going to angle like that, so I just first kind of look at the image or look at the space, get a sense of what that might feel like, what that might look like, what the angle is. So first I kind of guess, and then I'll come in there with the ruler and actually put something down. So it's going to be the window. Vanishing point over there. And I think that'll give me enough space to fit all my stuff in there. If it's slightly off, it's okay. I'm not trying to be super perfect here. We're trying to fit a bunch of stuff in a space. And this actually is a sloped ceiling, so that part goes up and this part goes straight. I think I might make this a little taller. So keep the same eye level that I really like. I like that better. Okay. Alright, so now that I have a sense of where that big window is, I'm going to put a couch here, put a bench here, plant here, window. I'm going to do the big structures first. Take care of that. And since I have, some indication of my vanishing points, I can easily just sort of feel this out and bring lines here. Same thing here. I think the window is about there relative to this eye level. I can feel this out. This window matches with this one, but on the other side, so I can cheat a little bit. And there's 2 windows, so I might as well do one big line, right, and then divide it where I think it should be divided. somewhere there. There's a little space somewhere there. And now I can start getting a better sense of this space. The distance between that and that is roughly the same. And this continues. The couch. So I like to start with the ground or a wall. This couch sits lower than this window. Starts about there. The armrest comes down. But before I get the couch, there's a basket on the ground with a planter. So I'm going to go from the ground up right below the window. And that's where there's a plant going to go. And the couch is going to be here. It's a little higher. This couch is relatively thin. Right after this, it's about half. Extrapolate that information. Right, so about here. So this side of the couch is going to end about there. See a tiny sliver of the top. Actually, more like that. This transfers over here. Ground is about there. This leg is coming here. Comes forward. And there's a rug. more like this, smaller. In front of this couch, through this basket. It's the rug. There's just a big ottoman here. Kind of covers this bit. About here. Comes down. About there. Right, just about here.